Welcome back. Alexandrian Codex, Stellaris, New Horizons. You know what's up at this point. Gravitic sensors. These sensors have been tuned to look for any gravitational changes in space, such as those produced by the presence of a starship. Next stage warp engine could be pretty cool. Phaser energy weapon would be very cool. Stellar cartography lab would make our science ships better, but I'm not upgrading these. This would be the cheapest thing to get, so let's do that. Thing I want, but I won't use. Thing I won't use and I don't really want, but it's cheaper. Ah, let's go for the cheap one. Ferengi declared the Breen as their rival. Alright. My money would be on the Breen.
Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business.
Apparently the Ferengi are tougher, which is fucked up.
Survey complete.
It's not right. Well, I suppose in canon, the Ferengi aren't pushovers, they're just divided. We may have reached the stars, but the majority of our population still yearns to visit other worlds to see the wonders of the galaxy. Investing in a way to popularize these natural attractions across the galaxy could ensure our society continues to prosper. Could. Deep Strike Commandos. I won't build them, but I want them anyway. Still don't have access to cruisers, huh? I could fill up this fleet with destroyers, but I'm not feeling it. Trade deal, no. No. USS Dawkins. Let's have you go for Theta Sculptoris. How can I make you happier? Preserving cultures, diplomacy traditions, indirect xenology would make you happy, but miss me with that bullshit. Diversity would make you happy. You're not even that unhappy, you're just not happy. Frontier traditions would make you happy. This might be facility. Wow, you're wearing some old school. No, we're still in the Enterprise era, because we're still wearing Enterprise clothing. That's interesting, even though we upgraded the Enterprise. Okay, whatever.
Construction complete.
Excellent. Yeah, I need to look into getting more minerals.
Initiating communications.
Betazoids now lead our Federation. Great! Yep. Nothing weird about that. Ships. 16. Wow. They ain't fucking around. They're probably all small ships, but still.
Complete.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and do that. I would have minerals if I quit expanding, but if I expand, I get more minerals. Kind of. Actually, at a certain point, it starts losing you minerals because of the upkeep of various stations. Tax subjects? Oh, subjects, as in, like, Andoria.
Construction
yeah,
complete.
Okay.
Technology discovered.
Paralithium synthesis technology has long been a watchlist of Aberdeen's stealth R&D yards. Experimental paralithium engines have been shown to produce relatively cold, highly ionized plasma. Hopefully, this can be combined with an ion engine technology to create a potent cold thruster. A new paralithium synthesis technique yielding 2 orders of magnitude more fuel will allow research to resume. Cruisers. So, that gives us Type 3, which sublight speed goes up by 0.5. Our maximum sublight speed is, what, 1.5? Yeah, one and a half times faster. Pretty decent. But now, the slow boy in this fleet is going to be the Enterprise. Because the Enterprise... Ah, no. No, you're pretty fast. Ah, you have warp engines. Gross. You have battle-ready warp engines. Not my design philosophy. How are we doing on this? 12%, that's bearable. Go ahead and move over to Draconis. We're running mighty low on influence, so I'm gonna start
Initiating
tapping out there. Nope. Unfortunately, the only way to get more influence is to wait. Just not fun. Are you taking this? No, you're surveying it. Why don't I just go ahead and grab that from you? Because that's a lot of minerals, and I've been bitching about not having enough of those, so it's one way to accomplish that. And once we stop building all these star bases, I won't be spending minerals on as much random things and can redirect them to
survey complete.
Expanding our fleet.
Construction complete.
Oh, wow, you're only one away from accepting this. Mutual rivals in the Sona and Orion. Mostly just the Orion. Okay, let's offer you a good trade deal. Dope.
Our presence in the galaxy has not gone
There's
by.
the Shellyak. Intelligent conversation is impossible with human creatures. Yep, alright. Thank you for your kind words. Still not into it, huh? I need to boost that opinion just a teeny bit more. Energy's not gonna do that. Oh, energy might do it. Yeah, your energy deficit. I like that. Have 1,100 energy.
Technology discovered.
Get in this coalition. Alright, cool. They joined the Federation, which is dope. They're really far away, too. I'm happy we managed to pull that off. Guess it shows that patience will pull off the Mars Development Project. No one knows why Utopia Colony, one of the smallest settlements on Mars, was eventually picked for this project. No doubt there was a great deal of politics behind the decision, an attempt to promote the frontiers of the newly settled planets. The Confederated Martian colonies have decided they will initiate a construction project that will rival any of that on Earth. Still, it was a tiny hamlet on the Utopia Plantatia lava plain that would become the site of Starfleet's main shipyard. Fleet yard. It's a shipyard, right? It builds ships, not fleets. Within a month, the project, a small town, was transformed. Within 2 months, the foundations of a superstructure were placed 16,000 kilometers above the colony in synchronous orbit. Now, the Utopia Plantatia fleet yards filled the sky with dozens of giant dry docks. So that doesn't actually give us anything here on Mars, but it does give us Utopia Plantatia Fleet Yards is an important Starfleet starship construction and design facility named after the Utopia Plantation area on Mars in the Solar System. This gives us +4 shipyard capacity and 10% shipyard build speed. So that's a total of 5. If we go ahead and switch this out, which we might as well, we can pop out 6 ships at a time here. Not 6 queued, 6 simultaneously building, which is pretty big. Yeah, that's very cool. We also found out about you. What the fuck is happening with your borders? What? Gross. Alright. Hello. Yes. Oh. Gonna be like that, huh? Okay, well, never mind. We're not gonna find out about more people because of you. Fine. Deep Strike Commandos. Usage of transporters to enable rapid tactical repositioning is a novel new tactic undertaken by these commandos, trained to strike behind enemy lines. Won't use it. Penal Colony. Won't use it. But I want the tech. You got a problem, Romulan Star Empire?
Fall to those vermin.
Alright, TD and Shoals have an alliance with you. That's cool, I guess. Weird, but cool. You don't want a coalition. You, my boy, come on. we need to raise our relative power and close the gap. Keep up God's work down there. I sent someone here, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so you, my dude, can... So someone's going here. If I can kind of cut out the Ferengi if I go ahead and expand here. Which would be great, because then it's just the Zindi slowly expanding,
complete.
And the Shiliak wrapping around here. Oh, hey! Our borders touch. Excuse you. Ah, the Betazoid houses you don't like because you are militarists and the Betazoids are pacifists. Well, that's fine. Our day will come. Not today, maybe not tomorrow. It'll be a while, actually, but, you know, eventually. Eventually, you'll join. And isn't that what it's all about? I really want to be moving in this direction. I want these 3 systems so I can grab you and potentially you. And I'd like to be able to move up here into the Typhon Expanse and just completely cut off, asphyxiate the Romulans.
Initiating communications.
Romulans don't fuck around, yo. Enlightenment completed. The thousands of scientists and advisors we sent to Loria have finally completed the arduous task of bringing the local civilization up to an early space age of technology. Holy shit, these all finished simultaneously. Okay. The, under the new, the Lorian Commonwealth have agreed to become our vassals. Okay, you're evangelizing zealots, you're xenophobic, fanatic spiritualists. Great! Fuck. Who dis? Benev Select. You are the Dreamin' Realms. You look dope. What traits do you have? Arctic preference, adaptive, natural sociologist, quarrelsome. Oh, okay. That's... Yep. Alright, don't look at that. You are fanatic materialist spiritualist, or fanatic militarist spiritualist. That's fine. And last but not least, we have the autocracy of Nelphia. These Argelians here. You... Yeah, you're not cool about being so much powerful to me, but that's cool. Look at that influence. Dope.
Construction complete.
God, our piracy risk didn't change that strongly. Oh, okay, that's good. I thought it was going to change rather dramatically, but I'm happy to be proved wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and expand here. I know I was talking about like, nah, I really need to be moving up here, but nah, just, I'm down here already. Can I integrate you? Yeah, integrating will cost 105. I don't love that.
Construction.
Yeah, you're disloyal. Okay, we can pick diplomacy. That will reduce diplomatic influence cost by 25%. That might be pretty good. Diplomatic influence cost, I think, is the cost of being in a coalition, as well as the cost of integrating people. And because we have so many protectorates and they're so fucking uppity, it might be a good idea to do that. Maybe not, but it might be a good idea. It's a shame that you can't just integrate them as member states of the Federation. No, you can. You can, and that's how I should be integrating them, not Diplo annexing them. Okay, so this is potentially good. It saves influence, all the same, and maybe gets us influence. Frontier, buying this initially won't do much for us, but getting this reduces Starbase influence cost by an additional 10%, which is fairly significant. If you build 10, you basically get one for free. Yeah, we want that, because there's a lot of fucking stars here. But it's worth taking into consideration what our factions want. You want diplomacy, or preservation, or diversity. You want frontier. Okay. You want diplomacy. So 2 of them want diplomacy, the 2 that are actually giving us influence, so that's worth thinking about. And it wouldn't be bad to get diplomacy, right? The diplomatic influence cost wouldn't hurt and would potentially reduce the amount we get from being in a coalition by 25%. So let's go ahead and adopt this. Wow, no, that wasn't by 25%, that was 50%. Okay, yeah, worth. And then these should give us a little bit more, unless they're maxed out at +1. Okay.
Construction.
Oh, you might
complete.
be maxed out. Okay. Well, it still got us a teeny tiny bit more. I'm not going to complain about that. Nope, nope. Traffic control. Hell yeah, alright. Yeah, I suppose I'll just have to integrate them using the Federation
discovered.
menu. Their options. Penal colonies. Penal systems can be unruly, but the introduction of a bureaucracy that deals specifically with penal issues can increase the productivity of indentured workers. Won't use it. Nice to have, though. Interstellar logistics I will actually want because this lets us make bigger fleets, which Alex like.
Construction complete.
Just go ahead and reinforce this entire thing and upgrade it while you're at it. Just go ahead and
Ships upgraded.
fuck up my mineral account. Cruising along. Solid, dependable, simple. No, I don't mean you, of course.
Discovered.
I mean your new ship class, the cruiser. I've no doubt very soon it will be the backbone of your fleet. It may take major investment of resources and time to build, but they're powerful, sturdy, and easy to maintain. It is, in fact, one of the most durable ships you will ever be able to build. But wait, there's more. The cruiser is a very capable platform. While it does not have the pure offensive capability of other classes, it does compensate with the ability to equip a great deal of utilities and even a unique debuff aura. These powerful modules can play havoc with your enemy, using every dirty trick in the book. I approve. Why, it's almost like the cruiser is an honorary Q. Yeah, alright, cool, thank you. A significant advancement, starship design, the cruiser's impressive size is matched only by its array of large-scale weapons and additional defensive systems. While it can take a beating on the battlefield, its reduced maneuverability can leave it vulnerable to swarms of smaller vessels. Let's get magnesite hull and make a new ship design. Alright, so destroyers I just kind of ignored, which makes me a bad man, I guess. But let's go ahead and look at destroyers. Yeah, filter by slot size. So this would give us 19.42 DPS. Okay, 19.4 versus 3.6 times 4 would be what, like 12 plus 2, that's 14 point something. But destroyer also gets two of these little guys, so 14 plus 3, that's like 17-ish. This probably does more damage, but if you only have a single turret, then if you miss, all of that 17 DPS misses. If you have 17 instead of 19, even if only half of these hit, you still do half damage. And you take that to a logical extreme with this, that you have 7, and even though, you know, overall it'll do less damage per second, it might end up doing more damage per second because you have more potential chances to hit. If you reduce the potential what am I saying? So this has a 85% chance to do 19.42 damage. I don't know. Typically I like going for the heavy emplacements on about half of my ships and medium emplacements on about half of my ships, but I'm pretty waffly about it. So these do 3 point something. So I'd still rather have a torpedo slot. So heavy torpedo emplacement boat is my man, right? Holy shit, shuttlecraft phasers better? But post-phase cannons penetrate shields as well as dealing additional damage to them. So even though it's technically less damage, that just ignores your shields, which is fucking dope. Yeah, give me pulse-wave torpedoes. Secondary hull. Do I want a tactical design, engineering design, support destroyer, or an advanced support destroyer? Well, because we went with advanced support designs earlier, and the reason why we went with advanced support designs was to give us additional evasion, let's do this. This doesn't give us much. I'm going to do Hardened Shields. Hardened Shields gives a little bit of armor, a little bit of shield hull points, and a little bit of shield hit points. Ship hull points, rather. Where utilities, let's get bulkhead, bunker, cargo pods, command station, operation station. I'm not crazy about any of these, so bulkheads, I guess. But here, let's slap some inertial dampers in here, and we'll have an evasion of 47.6. If we switch it out for this, won't be quite as good. Now we're running into power issues. That's actually resolvable, because in here I can just plop down a fucking fusion reactor, and our shields lessen, but this is still quite good. So this gives us shield hit points, this gives us armor hit points, this has power usage, this doesn't. Generally, I suppose shields are supposed to be better? I don't know. I'm not that discerning. This gives a higher chance to evade more than anything else. Wow, okay, this is humanitarian aid. A fleet with a ship occupied with this console. That's a weird way to phrase that. Equipped with this console has a 5% chance to rescue civilian pops. This can only happen to enemy pops that are very low happiness or slaves. Pops will be relocated to a random friendly colony. Oh, that's cool. Ship does not stack by having multiple ships in the fleet with the same component, so you really only need like one humanitarian ship per fleet. I'm not going to do it, but that's pretty neat. Cool. Replace the Intrepid design. Let's make a cruiser. Holy shit. That's a lot of guns. So we could have 1.5 times 11 math, or we can have 3.6 times 5. I'd rather have this just, again, for that shield penetration. Ah, okay. I couldn't build these torpedoes because they weren't available on smaller ships. Interesting. Alright, pulse wave torpedoes still do 9.68. Polarized do additional shield damage, but reduce damage to hull and armor. I think it would be good to have these as they synergize with one another. This tears up your shields, then this tears up your hull. This actually does reduce hull damage, this does more damage to shields, so Alright, pulse wave is 9.68. Yeah, okay, yep, nope. Give me these boys back. I was like, oh, maybe I can replace them. Nope. Nope, we're keeping them. Tactical cruiser, I'm gonna go for advanced support cruiser. Now, it's weird. Typically on something this big, you don't want to build evasion, but you know, you ain't the boss of me. Hull damage, maybe shield penetration, that's tempting. This gives armor penetration, shield penetration, and weapons damage, which is quite good. Overall damage and armor hit points. EPS manifolds I like quite a bit. 15 power. This is also 15 power, but this is 4 times this much damage. We're not looking at that significant of a difference. 4% of 38.25. Raises... That's not how percentiles work. Yeah, alright, that's not bad. I guess we'll keep that. Hardened shields. Who dis? This bulkhead's the shield emitter. Shield regen would be good for keeping this in the field for longer periods of time. I really still have excess power. That's remarkable. Okay, so this is the Constitution class I'm running with. Hull points, okay. Armor points, laughable. Shields, okay. Evasion is really good. Now, it's a cruiser, so it's getting minus 50% to evasion. What that should indicate is when you research advanced cruisers, you shouldn't go for evasion builds. You should really be emphasizing your armor, your hull points, and your shields. Evasion is something that mostly only works for small ships. We look at the frigate here, its evasion is only a minus 10%. Now, it's kind of funny because of these, the destroyers have the best evasion. Really? Really? So maybe I should just have a fleet full of them, if evasion's the strategy I'm going with for our defensive tactics. That's expensive, and I just committed to building a lot more patrol ships, so next time, next fleet maybe. Or maybe never. Yeah, we'll see. Ah, that was really Maybe something to integrate 3 of those all at one time.
Survey complete.
Tenebria, 70 Virginis. There's an easy joke there, I'm sure. I don't know what exactly it is, but it just seems like it. Alright, formal halts. The Shoyak will just continue to expand into the Taurus Nebula here in the Titan Expanse.
Construction
okay,
complete.
but I'd really prefer to be able to cut them out. Hello? What are you doing here? Did you... Is this mine? Oh, wow. This does not look like I own it. I guess just because it's so close to that next system, that kind of makes sense, but ugh. Alright, give me traffic control. Don't talk to me. Get in this Federation, my dude.
Evading hostiles. Construction complete.
Evading hostiles. Ah, here. Yeah, okay, fair. That's a lot of money, but that's a lot of minerals. Traffic control, and I'm pouring it. It goes so fast. But at least right now we have 1 fleet. Ooh. You want to get Vacation Union Association status. Yeah, I'm into that. Can we give other people association status? Nope. How far are you from joining the Federation? Quite a way. We can potentially get to you. The Breen seem to be expanding a little bit. The fucking Benzarians and Bolians should be in the Federation by now. I'm doing a weird job not getting up there. The vast distances between worlds and sectors requires a special kind of logistics system. Components can be assembled on multiple worlds, and coordinating their arrival together requires complex mathematics. Further research into the subject can ensure our logistics can keep up with the demands of our fleets. 25 command fleet limit. Pretty cool. Xeno Zoo is pretty cool. This is very good. I might just do this though. So I can just have 1 massive fleet. I know that's not kosher, but I might do it anyway. No, let's do Xeno Zoo just to get me off of that. Shoot. Designer, fleet manager. Hey, so I want 1 less of those. Add design to fleet. Give me some Intrepids. 2? Jesus Christ, those eat up a chunk. Okay, we're getting this. Do I just go ahead and grab Tal Hydra? Do I go ahead and border the Klingons down here? Ah, fuck it. I can technically take Regulus, though why I want to is... I guess I want it so nobody else can have it. But that's a really stupid reason for taking something. Hasn't stopped me in the past, and it won't stop me in the future, but I recognize, ooh, I want that random piece of space. Why? Well, there's nothing there, but I want it. I'm like, we really need to make a round Federation, and not the exact thing that I'm making here. Nope. Okay. Get back down here and survey this, because we have enough ships up in here. Up in here. Cardassian Union opened their borders again. It's been very hot and cold with you, hasn't it? Duotronic computers. Duotronics, a form of 23rd century technology, 23rd century computer technology designed by the Federation doctor Richard Daystrom, followed after circuitry that used components such as resistors and transistors. We get tractor beam, which is or we get phase inverters, which is tractor beam. Oh, Lobby isn't a thing. So occasionally the Lobby system is in here and you get the Lobby Crystal Consortium, I think that's their name. They're a trader that a trader station in here you can trade minerals and energy with. They're actually quite handy. Pathetic, 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 inferior, equivalent, equivalent, equivalent. So the Sona, the Ferengi, and the Romulans are superior to me. The Morali, the Cardassians, the Bolians. The Cleons, the Orions, the Husnoks, the Tholians, the Talarians, the Suliban, the Antid. So many people are equivalent to me. Hot damn. Alright, well, that's fine. Who likes me? All y'all fools like me. The Antedans really like me, but they're just too far away to consider joining the Federation. That's fair. It's not until, what, the next generation that is supposed to interact with you meaningfully?
Technology discovered.
Do I swoop up here? I don't know. Let's just move you up there and think about it later. Magnesite hull. Magnesite is an oxide form of magnesium, one of the lightest engineering metals on Earth. The materials... Oh, apostrophe. Okay, the materials' lightweight, high toughness, and machinability has made it an ideal choice for starship hulls on corvettes and destroyers when speed is preferred to higher armor and hull integrity. Perfected spatial torpedoes. Another thing we won't be using.
Evading hostiles.
What? Ah, pirate fleet. But they are... Romulan. Yes. Look at that fucking hair. Are we on to, goofy period Romulans? The Empire won't fall to those vermin! Ah, you don't look that silly. Okay. The original series Romulans just look goofy as hell to me. I adore them, but pretty weird, man. Again, I'm like, we need to be spending our influence closing up this gap, and not doing anything but just closing up this and trying to get to the Binars. Really, a lot of it's about cutting off the Ferengi and the Cardassians. The Romulans seem very content to not expand right now, so I'm not feeling threatened. Well,
construction complete.
Excuse you? Excuse you? One of the great accidents in the galaxy. It never should have been. It'd be really great if I managed to have the Federation collapse just from having too many vassals. Go the way of the Iconians, I guess.
Initiating communication.
Something vaguely poetic about that. Not the kind of poetry I want to be written about us, but it'd be funny. Do I upgrade this? Nah, can't.
Construction complete.
You honor my house.
You don't hate
Construction complete.
Because of my charismatic ruler. Alexander Fedorov.
Technology discovered.
Can I actually reform our government? Oh. I guess I could. I mean, I'm not going to because I can't afford to, but I guess you can transition the Federation away from, interesting. Age of Decision. Aquatic Bliss. Artificial Selection. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't realize all of the, I mean, of course, all of the civics are in here, but, huh. Dejara caste system. Huh. Exiles from Paradise. This is very cool. I don't think I'll be reforming anytime soon, if ever, but still very cool. Xenology. Studying the fauna of other worlds gives insight into alien behaviors, allowing us to identify and domesticate docile entities. Ship experience gain plus 50%. Black alert drills. Ooh, black alert, huh? I'm into that.
Construction complete.
It would be very cool
Survey
if they
complete.
added Star Trek Discovery era stuff in here. I mean, this is, as far as I'm aware, yeah, this is a Star Trek Discovery reference. It would be very cool to get more Discovery era stuff in here. Though Discovery hasn't added
Construction
too much
complete.
to the canon except for weird drives that don't exist in any of the later series and need some serious explaining why they disappeared suddenly and miraculously. Back to the fun part of Alex needs influence. Does mean, like I was saying, well, it's probably been about an hour ago, that this means I got nothing better to do but click this button and redesign our fleets. Once our fleets are up and ready,
Construction
we
complete.
can impose ideology on the Orions and have them join our Federation. We can also do the same thing to the Zindi or anyone else around us, like the Charonites maybe, who, or Charonite, or however it is you pronounce that, who structure their societies in a way that's not conducive to joining the Federation. Prime Directive. Never heard of it. Foreign claims in our star systems. Ah. Alright. Well, I felt bad about it at first. Now I don't feel so bad about that suggestion. Alright. Now
Technology
I can
discovered.
build one more, but I'm fairly sure I can't build here. Yeah, because you already have this system. Damn you. Well, at least the Ferengi are contained to expanding this way. Gamma Serpentis. Is this? No, it's too far. Formahalt. That's technically one space away. Excellent. Tractor beam. Tractor beams are beams of gravitons that create artificial gravity fields around the targeted object and allow it to be moved or held in place. Often to tow disabled or damaged ships, but also to hold it still for attack. ODN relays, optical secondary computer core, or food. Protein resequencers, cool and all, but let's go with ODN relays. Protein resequencer. Oh boy. Alright. I'm gonna go through and upgrade all the mines that I can.
Survey complete.
He says building hydroponic farms and not just upgrading the mines. And the reason I'm upgrading the mines is money. I don't have enough of it. Power, we have more than enough of. For money. Minerals, I don't have enough of. That's quite a play. Upgrade this, upgrade that. Ah! Yes! Damn it! The dominant Tamarian language appears to be almost based entirely on allegory, referencing mythological and historical people and events from their culture. Our universal translators are unable to decipher the context behind their communications, and as such, we require an extensive study of their culture to understand them. Can't do it, so it's just going over there. Until it times out, I guess. We'll come back to it. Upgrade this. You can go work on that. Upgrade this.
Technology discovered.
Udis. The final step into spatial explosive warheads, this torpedo uses a heavy antimatter reaction to create hull-bursting torpedoes. Shielding, however, is still an issue for spatial torpedoes, with their effectiveness being extremely limited. Against them. Okay, against shields. The effectiveness of these are extremely limited against shields. Yeah, okay. Advanced cruiser prototype, a bunch of star facilities. Facilities that I like. Orbital manufactory and Nebula Refinery in particular stand out to me because I want this and I have so much of this, but I'm gonna go with Advanced Cruiser Prototype just to hold myself off. We'll read it when I'm done researching it. Mars, what do we got? Give me that. Give me that. You switch places with you. Delightful Earth is full-ish.
Initiating communications.
Surface dilithium harvester. Did I build this? I guess I built this. I don't recognize this building. I assume I did though. Not get out of here. Oh.
Construction complete.
Open borders from you. Sol has finally completed its new ships.
Construction complete.
We have a couple of destroyers in here now. Do we though? Are they blindingly? Oh yeah, they're right here. All right, cool.
Anomaly detected.
Monoliths. Impressive structures glitter AX microscopy. The microscopy 1's surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Wait, I told somebody to research that. That was not you. Well, it'll get researched. That's what matters. Let's have you go ahead and move on up there, I guess? Yeah. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. Alright, review Betazoid House Ascension process, 84%. After this, should be incorporated the next time we have that roll around. This is a... So this won't really do anything for us. It'll just turn Raya, Jiria, Lunga, Raya of Lowell, Lowani under 2 moons, Jiria of Ubaya, Ubaya of Crossroads at Lunga, Lunga her Sky Gray, and will actually tell us what they're saying. But it's interesting and it's in the mod and I want to do it, so I'm just gonna idle it over there until it's available properly. But, yeah. No, it's not a priority. I don't need to understand what they're saying. We'll do it later. Hopefully we'll get that event later. If we don't, we're not really missing out on much. Black Alert encourages all crew to their stations to undertake and prepare for experiment conditions. The randomized nature of these drills teaches the crew to think outside the box. Open standard translation matrix. Rigelian Consortium entered into a migration treaty with Betazoid houses. Nice. Still can't build anything. Now I'm kicking myself for not going into Frontier, but we are getting more influence from having reduced cost of being in a coalition, so it's give and take, I suppose. Traffic control. Go ahead. Let's get Fleet Manager going here. Can I add a cruiser to this? No, I can't even add a destroyer to this. So I would have to remove patrol frigates in order to incorporate cruisers, but I'm really...
complete.
Oh wow, we only have one of the 2 destroyers I want. Okay. Build the other one.
Construction complete.
Destroyers are pretty dope because of their ridiculous dodge rating. Okay, one of you can go. Let's be picky.
Construction complete.
You can build in Theta Sculptoris? Yeah, well, you're gonna move here, and then now you're gonna build in Theta Sculptoris. Our piracy risk is 11. Wow, okay, I thought it'd be a lot worse with these ugly-ass borders.
Rule of acquisition number 34.
Man, that's
War is
tempting,
good
but
for
no.
business.
Construction complete.
I want the minerals, but that's a terrible deal. A flat amount of money for a monthly exchange is not good.
Complete.
A monthly
Construction complete.
exchange for a monthly exchange is good. Unless I completely crash their economy. Oh, you're gonna cut me off here, you bastards. You moved into Mackenzie. I can move in here
Survey
and maybe cut
complete.
off the Cardassians. Maybe swoop around, but it's going to be a lot harder to limit their expansion now. That's okay.
Initiating communications.
If we allow the ability to share these upgraded matrices of our universal translator to our alien friends, it will make contact with these empires much more fluent and beneficial for us. Paradise Dome, which I'm not going to build immediately, but, you know, that's actually quite good. It's planet unique, it produces food and society and unity. That's actually really good. Frontier hospitals, I've been steering away from those. Controller anarchy, this will get us something exclusive. This isn't bad. I'm gonna go with Paradise Domes. They seem quite nice.
Survey complete.
What species are we currently possessing? We have Denobulan. Let's sort by population. Mostly human, then Vulcan, then Tellarite, then Novan, which is human, then Denobulan and
Construction complete.
Tumbator. However you say that. Let's have you go there. I've been really ignoring the elections, but they're fairly inconsequential so long as they don't steal away. The Suliban will now guarantee the independence of the Karenite Commission. That's annoying. Strange new world from orbit Lambda Serpentis 3 appears to be a standard class M world with no sign of intelligent life forms. Recommends a ground survey to assess suitability for colonization. Is it?
Technology discovered.
Didn't we have this already? Protein resequencer. Space travel can be long, and with that comes the need to pack more than we need. What? And with that comes the need to pack more than we need for our travels in space. What? Pack more for what we need in our travels in space? Whatever. Mod authors, I will edit this. I will edit your text files to be less garbly. Luckily, we believe we've found ways to replicate certain foods at the molecular level. These food replicators give us the ability to now lessen the amount of edible food supplies we have to give to our ships, thus decreasing food consumption at a global scale. Sure. Assault phasers, fucking dope. Taconian warp inhibitor, I'm not gonna use, but actually quite cool. Applied quantum physics, quite good. I'm not going to use it, so assault phaser. Well, I am going to use it, just not immediately. Alright, dope. Now you got 2 destroyers. I only see one of them. The other one is in the fucking Stars Corona. It's uninhabited, and indeed uninhabitable. But not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall xenotaphs carved from some material not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional.
Initiating communications.
The human people, yeah, hell yeah, Binars. Get all up in my planets. You are more than welcome. The USS Pytheas' shuttle launches and soon enters the atmosphere of Lambda Serpentis 3. Captain Bridget Biggs leading the expedition alongside the ship's science officer. The descent over vast stretches of grassland serves to confirm the readings from orbit that Lambda Serpentis 3 is a verdant class M world, ripe for colonization. Verdant class M world. Class O pelagic world. Alright. Touching down near the intersection of forest, field, and a range of rock outcroppings, the team under Captain Bridget Biggs begins to survey the area. Several hours pass before the USS Pytheas hails the captain's advising of a minor technical fault that has been discovered in the sensor array, requesting the return of the science officer to supervise the repairs. The science officer will return to the ship, or the captain will return to the ship. Well, science officer returned to the ship. Hours after the science officer departed from Lambda Serpentis 3 for the USS Pytheas, the remaining survey team has started to make progress. The world appears perfectly habitable, though tricorders have struggled to analyze the composition of a pollen common to the area. The wind has started to pick up and the clouds have darkened. A storm appears imminent. Captain Bridget Biggs orders the team to move the camp equipment into a cave network in the rocks nearby. By the time the equipment is relocated, the rains and winds are raging outside. Communication with the ship is attempted, but some property of the rocks prevents the signal from reaching the USS Pytheas. The storm seems to last forever, and the team starts to become increasingly agitated. The botanical specialist is seen talking to herself, and when questioned, she seems to panic, running further into the unexplored cave network. Let's search the caves immediately, or wait until the storm? Search immediately. It's several hours before the botanist is found, her body mangled and broken on a string of jagged rocks at the bottom of a substantial drop deep in the caves. It appears she fell to her death, not seeing the hole ahead of her. Arguments break out among the survey team, some blaming the captain, goddammit, the others talking in whispers and shadows in the caves themselves. Captain Bridget Biggs orders the team out of the caves to hail the USS Pytheas and arrange transport back to the ship. Oh, yeah, alright, yeah, invest in defense on Mars. The survey team exits the caves into a field made sodden from the storm. More and more the team appear to be acting irrationally, and a number of physical altercations begin to break out. Captain Bridget Biggs and a security officer are the only two unaffected. Communication to the ship restored, the pair are able to transmit medical tricorder telemetry for the crew on the USS Pytheas to analyze. It's quickly apparent that pollen discovered on the landing has a contagious psychotropic effect to which the captain and security officer are immune. Return via shuttle or transporter are both ruled out to prevent endangering the USS Pytheas. Possibility of sending a new team in biohazard gear to the surface to research a cure is assessed. Send the team. Isn't it too risky? The second team soon lands nearby and establishes a clean research space. As the affected continue to descend into madness and violence, Captain Bridget Biggs orders their sedation. Several days pass, and the condition of the sedated crew starts to worsen, several developing high fevers that the medics believe may soon turn fatal. A breakthrough occurs when Captain Bridget Biggs captures her name. The alliteration is so good. One of the large flying insects that appear connected with the flowers producing the maddening-inducing pollen. On dissection, and we lose more influence. God damn it. The team are able to identify a number of proteins which have the effect of suppressing the psychotropic effect on pollen. Cure is quickly synthesized and distributed to the affected crew, but while many recover, for most, it is too late. Damn. The USS Pytheas NCC-13 is recorded as noticeably habitable. Oh, no, you got your reference here wrong. This referencing the ship, not the planet. Easy mistake. But the requirement to contain and constantly inoculate against the pollen makes the planet a poor target for colonization. Oversees the burial of those killed during the survey. Well, that's a bitch. We got one of the worst results for that. Lost 50 influence on that total. Not great. Not great. Because that would have let us expand. Alright. How we looking here?
Complete.
Delightful. Ship designer, no, fleet designer. I want to... I don't want to just outright disband these. There we go. Yeah. Destroyers, though. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That'll be very, very expensive to make.
Complete.
But we can do it. Construction complete in Terra Nova.
Complete.
No need to worry about that. Nothing interesting, nothing interesting, nothing interesting.
Survey
nothing interesting.
Complete.
Piracy's at 11 still. Alright, cool. These
technology discovered.
Wonky borders have me worried that our piracy risk should be higher, but not. Okay, right. Advanced cruiser type. What do I want? Streamline production, faster build speed? Nah. Build cost reduction? Maybe. Hull. Definitely the reinforced hull.
Discovered.
I'd rather spend the same amount and get something better than spend less to get the same amount. Let's get these afterburners and never use them. Oh, I didn't read the text for that. Researched. Advances in construction technology allows our cruisers to be built with more redundancy and with the most up-to-date technology on board. Okay. What you got? Not a good insult.
Construction complete.
Right, you aren't happy with the Trill. Man, the Trill and the Betazoids keep a lot of people from joining your coalition. I'm not quite sure why. They're both pacifists and egalitarian.
Technology discovered.
It's the pacifist part? Are you spiritualist? No, you just really don't like them for some reason. Consensus-shaped landscaping. While exploring our colonized planets, maybe, we've noticed many lush landscapes within these planets. Whatever. Let's improve upon this and build suitable structures that our colonists will enjoy being around. Call the Great Beyond. Colonized planets? Nah. What? Can't. Not in that business. Not in that business at all. Okay. It's been about an hour. Let's just build a paradise dome on every planet, because why not? Mostly because I want the unity more than the more society research, or I mean the food is fine, but I do it all for the unity, so we can actually get some more interesting stuff that can reduce the cost of influence, so we can expand more readily. If only there were buildings you could build to get influence. I know I could rival more people, and really I should, but if I rival too many people, they'll start butting up with one another, and I'm not into that.
The Empire won't fall to those vermin!
Rivaled with the Bullions? Goddamn. Alright, it's 2 hours. Let's get to the end of the month. Dope. End of the month. I'm gonna hit the save. And if you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of another hour. Stop by again tomorrow for more of this. In the meanwhile, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, tweet, post on Instagram, whatever. Stop by again tomorrow. Until then, toodaloo. I'll see you later. Bye.